Finally, the next technique we are going to learn is the internal rate of return. So, internal rate of return or IRR, it is another sophisticated capital budgeting technique. By the way, both NPV and IRR, since these are sophisticated techniques, it is more applicable for big projects, and and it is also useful because these two techniques use all the cash flows, whereas in payback period or discounted payback does not need all the cash flows during the project. So, that's why NPV and IRR are superior techniques. So, what is IRR? So, IRR is the discount rate that equates NPV of an investment opportunity equal to zero. So, we know this is the formula for NPV, right? CFT divided by 1 plus discount rate to the power time minus CF0, that's the initial investment. That is, this is the NPV formula, and I because the IRR is used as the discount rate, so the NPV will be zero. So IRR is such a discount rate at which NPV of the project will be zero, equal to zero. Now we can uh, bring this CF0, that is initial investment, on the left hand side. If we bring this CF0 in the left hand side, then we can see that the present value of cash inflows, that is uh, the left hand side is CFT, the summation CFT divided by 1 plus R to the power T. This is present value of cash inflow part. It is equal to the initial investment. So we can rewrite the definition in another way, that IRR is the discount rate at which present value of cash inflows will be equal to initial investment. Again, IRR is the discount rate at which present value of cash inflows will be equal to initial investment. That is, we can say CF0 is equal to summation CFT divided by 1 plus R to the power T. Now here the decision criteria is that if the IRR is greater than the cost of capital, then the project can be accepted. If the IRR is less than the cost of capital, it will be rejected. Project will be rejected. So IRR is a percentage. It is the average rate of return during the project. Uh, so now let's come to the calculation part of the IRR. I have some cash flows here, a sample cash flow, that is at time 0, that is initial investment is 1 lakh, and I have some cash inflows in the time 1 2 3. So what are we going to do? We To calculate IRR, we need to use a technique called the trial and error method. It is the technique called trial and error. That is, we are going to try several discount rates to equal present value of inflow to the uh, initial investment. That is, we are going to discount the inflows, that is 30,000, 50,000, 60,000, at using a sample IRR rate to make it equal to or closer to the 1 lakh initial investment. So we are going to take a rate. It's a sample rate. You can use 10 to 20% within a rate, 10 to 20% or 5%. The first rate is key. Taking the first rate, it is the key. Uh, let's assume 15% is being used. So 15% after discount, the present value of inflow becomes 1 lakh 3,345. So it is higher than the initial investment of 1 lakh. So now we are going to take a another IRR which is higher than the initial IRR of 15%. That is, we took 15% in first time. That's where present value was higher than initial investment. Now we are going to take another rate in which the present value of inflow will be lower than the 1 lakh. So after taking 17%, the present value of inflow becomes 99,629. So it is lower than the initial investment. So that was what our target, getting a value higher than initial investment and another value lower than initial investment, taking the rates in such a way. Now after getting the two values, we are going to apply in this formula. This is the approximate IRR. So here, lower rate LR is the lower rate, that is 15% and 70%. Among this, lower rate is obviously 15%. So we are going to take 0.15 plus present value at lower rate. Present value at lower rate is 1,03,345 minus initial investment, 1,03,345 minus 1 lakh. Then present value at lower rate is 1,03,345 minus present value at higher rate 99,629 and multiplied by higher rate minus lower rate, 0.17 minus 0.15. So we get a IRR of approximate IRR of 0.1680 or 16.80%. Okay, so this is how the IRR is will be calculated. Hopefully you understood. You can try this for the ST10 one that I gave you homework in the previous class. Okay, thank you. Assalamu alaikum.